everybody, I'm here with a summertime favorites video. I've not done a favorites video in a little while, so I thought it was high time that I do that. The summer has been weird, much like last summer. So if you've been on this channel for a while, you know, last summer was kind of like a sad summer. You know, that's putting it mildly, because I had like a couple of family members that passed away. And then this summer was weird because also had, yes, you can go see the other videos if you want, but also somebody I cared about passed away in a really not good manner. And so it's been a weird summer this year as well. But you know what, even though I was doing some grieving, both, you know, with that person and then also, you know, still obviously with the family members from last year, you know, even with all of that, there were still a lot of really wonderful things that happened this summer. And you know, it is a reminder of like, I'm just really blessed and really fortunate, and to appreciate people while they're here and enjoy your life and enjoy the people around you while they're still here. So I thought, let's do some favorites. There are still some really wonderful things in the world. So let's get started. I'm going to start with like decks and books and things, and then go into like creative kind of stuff, and then like kind of like clothes and all that other miscellaneous type stuff. So just if you're wondering, if you're just here for the decks, then the first part is just what's for you. So first off, I got a couple of new decks. Actually bought them there for Christmas, but I didn't use them until this summer because they felt like summertime decks to me. So the first deck that I got was the Folklore Tarot. I've been using it for the month of August, both on like my social media and then also reading for others. So this deck is a little bit different for me because it is more of a Marseille deck. It is a pip deck when it comes to the minors. So the minors are all like, they're all like flowers and this like 5 of cups, or like they're like floral, or you know, they're like plants and things, but they're very pippish, right? Like this 5 of cups, you know, it's not pictorial, it's got 5, you know, flowers there, right? One thing I do like about this deck, I have to say, is the color scheme. I love the black on the edges, and then they've got this beautiful like embossed, the embossed pictures really make the colors pop. Especially on camera. Like I find like the camera picks up the color a little bit, just like a little bit more, it glows a little bit more than when you're just reading with it in person. So it's the Folklore Tarot. So the majors and the courts are all either mythical figures or animals and things. And so like the Wheel of Fortune, we have the spinning wheel, which features in a lot of folklore. And then for strength, you know, we have a griffin. But I love this black with the color. I think it's really beautiful. Again, I'm not a fan of pippish decks, but I just think this is a really lovely deck. We have the Hierophant here with like a Chinese dragon on there. So you see like the 2 of Wands here. It's just two, what do you call this? Leaves? Sprigs of leaves? Whatever you want to call them. And then, oh, Queen of Wands. This is the card I usually, my significator, my Queen of Wands here, very fiery. Love that. So it's just like, it's a beautiful deck. And you know what, again, I'm not usually a fan of pippish decks, but something about the colors and the mythology and all that stuff in this deck just really appealed to me, and I thought I would give it a chance, and I'm glad I did, because it just I really enjoyed working with it this month. And then in June, I worked with the Mythos Tarot. This was one I actually saw. I didn't order it online. I saw it in my local bookstore, and I hadn't seen anyone like unbox it or talk about it. It is a rock pool deck. That's what it looks like here. It's got this lovely, like, you know, that sort of rose petal kind of feel on the box. You know how I feel about matte decks, right? Like, I'm not a fan, but I'm okay with it on like that rose petal stuff on like, you know, boxes and books and things. So we have a lovely book that comes with it, again with that rose petally feel. Oh, I don't want these to fall out. I just wanted to show you that it's, you know, it's in a box, you know, with a ribbon, as they are nowadays. Love this because it has the beautiful gilding. I know people are like, I'm a sucker for gilding, I have to say. Like gilding, love it, love it, love it. I have one complaint with this deck, and that when I unboxed it, like I had to, like, it's stuck together, and so I have these little chips that are on there. But other than that, I have to say that is the one flaw, and I'm so sad about it. But these cards are just gorgeous. They're beautiful. It's all Greek mythology. Every single one has a figure on it. Like, it's just a beautiful deck. Each one has a different figure from Greek mythology in it, and it's just beautiful. I loved working with it. There was just something kind of magical about it. And if you love Greek mythology, you probably will really love this deck. And I'm not usually a person for like kind of those Photoshoppy type images, but this deck is just really, really beautiful. Like the borders, you know, are that gold. I think it's really, really lovely deck. And yes, it is a very pretty deck. But you know, I kind of like pretty decks. Like, I like decks with like pretty people, I have to say. And so yes, we have like this beautiful pretty deck. I mean, these are gods and goddesses and mythical figures, right? So I think it's a beautiful deck. Loved working with it. Definitely going to be one that I am working with again. These are the backs here, so it is reversible. I loved working with this deck. I thought it was a really pretty deck, really lovely. And then I felt like too, because if you do know Greek mythology, or at least some Greek mythology, you know, it gave this other layer to the readings, besides just the tarot card meaning. There's also like the significance of like who is on the deck, like who is pictured there. So loved working with that deck. The other deck, it's not a new one, but it was one that I had not worked with in a while, and I pulled it out just for the heck of it, is the Oracle of the Unicorns. So I got this deck a while ago, and at first I was kind of like about it, because it's one of those decks where the art isn't made for this oracle. It's like they took existing artwork and made an oracle out of it, which I'm not always a fan of, because I like the artwork to be cohesive. I like a deck with like, it's got one artist, it's got a cohesive sense of artwork to it. But I thought, you know, I just wanted something happy and fun for the summer, considering, you know, just how things have been. And I thought, I'm going to try this again. And actually, I've been really enjoying working with it, especially paired with the Folklore Tarot. That's kind of like a lot of blacks and things. Having that pop of color and that positivity is just really nice. So got nature there. And I mean, a lot of this artwork is like really beautiful. We have polarity. And then you'll see ones like this, like Past Lives, where the art is clearly like a different style than the others. This one's Cycles, very pretty. And some of them are like Pegasusi, whatever they are, instead of unicorns. But I'm okay with that. We got Magic. So it's been just like it's that nice little hug at the end of a reading. See there, we've got some Pegasus. Yeah. Beautiful one. They're all just really, really pretty and lovely. And I think, you know, I was kind of on the fence about this deck and thought, oh, I'm going to give this away or sell it or whatever. But now I'm like, no, I think I'm going to put this into regular rotation. Actually, I really love this one, Expansion, the pink wings. I think it's really cute. So loved working with that. It was just like a nice little pop of positivity this summer. When it comes to books, I'm actually going to do a separate video talking about books that I read this past month. I've actually been kind of like, I think I've mentioned this in another video before, struggling a little bit with reading. Not like actually reading, but just finding time to read. But this summer I got to do a little bit of that. Because it's summer, I can eat lunch outside in like the fresh air and read a book, and it's been really nice. And so I read The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. If he wrote the Da Vinci Code, and this is the book that comes after that. So I'll do a full review of that. I'm also reading The Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin, which is amazing, spoiler, but I will talk about that book as well, but that's going to be in a separate video. But I thought I would mention them here as favorites for the summer. I'm going to move on next to kind of like creative type stuff. And so it was my birthday, and if you've seen my video from last week, I got a new guitar, which I'm so excited about. So this is my guitar here. I can't fit it all on the screen, but it's a Jackson. It is a V. I'm going to try not to knock everything over. It's a flying V. It is gorgeous. I have like 2 other guitars, but I have not had a new guitar in probably like, 20 years for sure. And you know, I love my other 2 guitars and I play them and stuff, but it was not time for a new one, and I wanted one that was really metal. And so my wonderful husband bought this for my birthday. I'm so excited, and I've been playing it and really enjoying it. I even love like the fret markers, just they look great. Like it's a beautiful guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. I'm loving it. I put my favorite strap on the guitar. This is my guitar strap with all the GNR guys on it. I got that one as part of birthday present last year. And I also got like a remote connector for this, so I don't have to use like don't have to use a cord. I can just like remotely connect it to my amp, so that leaves me a little bit freer. So very excited about that and playing that. I'm really looking forward to playing this guitar. I may play guitar on screen at some point. I have to get in the car. It's funny, I'm fine with going on stage. I'm always nervous going on stage, but like recording myself playing, for some reason I'm like way more nervous about it. I don't know why, but anyway, really loving this, and just thrilled to bits with my new guitar. So speaking of music, another thing I've been loving is there is a used movie and music store that we love going to, that me and my husband and the kids love going to, and it is like used like DVDs and CDs and things. And I really like having physical copies of things. So I do have Spotify. I just have like the free thing. I do buy music to go into my phone, but there's something lovely about having physical copy. Streaming platforms I'm not a fan of, because they own the music. You don't own the music, they do, and they can take it away at any time. And there's something about having physical copies that you own it, you can play it whenever you want. So we've been getting like old movies and CDs and stuff, and I just really love having those physical copies. So here's some of the ones, and it's always a surprise when you go in there what comes in. So some of the things that we've picked up. I have here the Scorpions, the best of. Love the Scorpions. This, best of are really great if you're just getting into a band and you're like not really knowing where to start, but you know some of their hits. Best of are a good place to start, for a collection of like what you like. Also too, I think these are really great even if you're somebody that's like a seasoned person that has copies of the albums from the band, the band well. Greatest hit can be great for like in the car, like putting it in and just like listening to like the hits and things. So that's one there. Another greatest hits one is the Whitesnake here. The only complaint I have about this one is they remixed Here I Go Again, and it sounds wrong to me. But other than that, a lot of great tunes on this one. This is just some of the ones we found. Judas Priest, British Steel. It's a classic. Who doesn't love this one? Love driving around listening to this. Such a good one. And then we have Def Leppard here, Pyromania. This is my favorite Def Leppard album. Hysteria is great. I love Hysteria, don't get me wrong. But to me, Pyromania is the better album. Pyromania is like, to me, this is like classic Def Leppard. So, this has got Rock of Ages on it, Fooling. It's just like a really great album. Love this one. And then just another example here, we have Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, another classic album from Iron Maiden. Love that one. I still think like my favorite Maiden album, Number of the Beast, definitely up there. Love it. Also, Fear of the Dark. Fear of the Dark is like a great and underrated album. And then, here's another best of here. We have the best of Dio. Love Dio, Ronnie James Dio. Such a great album. Some really good ones on here. Holy Diver, of course, is on here. Who else is on here? Dream Evil, Rock and Roll Children. Some big hits on there. Is Angel on this one? No, I love that song. It's not on here. Damn it. That's the only thing with like greatest hits albums, is that sometimes you're like, well, what about this song? But, somebody's got to decide where to cut it off, right? So greatest hits can be a really great place to start if you're just getting into band, or you just want one with like, so you can drive around, listen to the hits kind of thing. But I do really love buying physical copies of things and having physical copies of media, of like books. Like I'm not an ebook reader, I read physical books. I like having the movies, I like having the CDs or the records. Love it. So physical copies, been loving that. What else? when it comes to media, I haven't really seen any new TV shows. You know, I don't have streaming, so and I don't watch, like, I don't have streaming, so you know, I guess because I'm from an older generation, to me it seems like streaming when it started was kind of like this cheaper option to cable, but now there's so many streaming services, you're paying as much if not more than you would for cable. Like, it just seems weird to me. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't have that much time. I don't have time to watch all the things. Like I said, I've been enjoying watching movies, and I'd seen this movie a while ago, but I forgot how funny it was. I watched Anchorman and I laughed like so hard. I don't think you could make that movie today, but it is just so funny. And then we found Anchorman 2, and usually, like, you know how like a sequel is not as good. It was funny. Like, I laughed. I really, really laughed. I laughed so hard. So if you like irreverent and like just very silly kind of humor, you will love Anchorman 2. It's especially like if you've seen the first one, you will like the second one. But it really made me laugh. And you know, just considering, like, you know, again, if you've been here for a while, it's been a bit of a weird time. Last summer was weird. This summer was weird. I just really needed stuff that was just like really positive and funny and lighthearted, and that definitely hit the spot when it came to that. When it comes to like clothes and things this summer, I don't know if I showed this one before. I might have showed it in spring, but I got this t-shirt. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Got myself a new GNR t-shirt with skeletons on. I do love a lot of skeletons for some reason on things. I've got another t-shirts in the wash somewhere, another GNR one with a bunch of skeletons on it. I got these leggings with skulls on them. Gee, I wonder if I like skulls and skeletons. Yes, so I got those. I got myself some dangly earrings, some different pairs, just some other ones, but these ones I've been wearing lately. They're supposed to be swords. They look a little like crosses, but I'm like, that's okay. I'm fine with it. So I love these ones. So getting some dangly earrings, getting into that again. These are so comfy. I got one too that's like a red plaid. They're like, there's like this legging place in the mall. I can't remember what it's called. And they have all these different patterns, and they have, okay, so they have these, they're like the thinner summer ones that are lovely. And then for winter, and especially here, thank God, they have the ones that have like the fleece inside, so you can still wear leggings but be cozy when it's like -20 outside. So I love it. So I've been loving that. They're very comfy, the leggings. Enjoying all of that. I think I showed this on my my last one as well, but I got a new leather jacket. So here's my new leather jacket. I have another leather jacket that's a little heavier. This one's like, I don't know, a little bit lighter, a little bit more like if it's not like too cold out. So I do love that. Love me a good leather jacket. I feel like this one, the shoulders are a little broader. Anyway, whatever. I do like having a leather jacket to wear. So this was good. This was like, again, this was like a secondhand find, and it's like soft. It's like that soft leather, like it's buttery. I love it. Very, very cool. And what else is new? Oh, I showed this in my video, my turning 50 as well. This is Morden's chocolate covered jujubes. Oh my God, they're so good. So Morden's is a local chocolate company here in Manitoba. I think they've been around for like 65 years, like 3 generations. Their most famous thing is Russian mints, which are like delicious. It's like mint chocolate, and it is like, it is delicious. But all of their chocolate is delicious and amazing. These things are huge. So it's chocolate colored jujubes, and it's full, like the box is full. They're like this big. They're like huge. I'm sorry, I make a mess, but they are delightful. As I continue to chew on camera. Anyway, eat that. Other than that, ooh, this one's like black licorice. Black licorice jujubes are my favorite. I know that everybody likes them. I think it's a British thing, but all right, finish my jujube. Delicious. Anyway, other than that, okay, so this is a summer favorites video, but I am very excited that all the pumpkin stuff is starting to appear in the stores. I went to Starbucks this week and I had my first pumpkin spice latte, and I'm so excited about. Now, I'm like an iced pumpkin spice latte. I do like them hot, but my problem is I'm a sipper. I like sip things, and so I sip it and then it gets cold and I'm like, ugh. So I've been getting the iced because that goes, it stays cold, right? Love the iced pumpkin spice latte. I'm all about it. So I'm there all the time now, getting my pumpkin spice. I also bought pumpkin spice creamer for when I'm at home. I can put in my regular coffee. Love it. I am one of those people who's like, give me all the pumpkin things. Like, put all the pumpkin things in front of my face. I love it. Pumpkin smelling candles, pumpkin like muffins, pumpkin flavored donut, like whatever. If it's pumpkin flavored, I'm like, over here. Bring it over here. Been loving that. Other than that, I'm just trying to think this summer. Like I said, it's been like a weird summer. Been doing some grieving and stuff, but I did go out. I've gone out for ice cream. We have a local ice cream place that is really lovely. It's by the river, and there's like an old bridge that you can walk over. It's just like really nice, and the ice cream is like, it's awesome. Again, it's a local company called the Bridge Drive-In. Love BDI. Been doing that. I went on my birthday week. I took the week off. I mostly just rested home, but I went to a local spa here, Thermia. It's a Nordic spa. I went one day by myself, which was amazing. And then I went a couple of days later with friends, and we had such a good time. Two of my besties in the world. We went and we just like had such a great time, just having a girls' day and like talking about stuff and relaxing. And it was just so wonderful. And then tonight I'm going to a concert. It is called the Burt Block Party. It is in downtown Winnipeg, outside of the Burton Cummings Theater. And it is like, by the time I put this up, it will be done. I'm hoping it's a good time tonight. But there's like all these Canadian bands that are playing, and you sit outside, you bring your lawn chair, and it's a good time. And it's probably going to be mostly people my age because it's bands from when we were younger. So I'm hoping it'll be a good time. It's supposed to be ridiculously hot, but we shall see. But yeah, just trying to like go out and like enjoy some things. Summer here is brief. It's beautiful, but it's brief. And so just trying to go out and enjoy the summer. So that's what I've been doing this summer. That's some of my favorites. Let me know what you've been doing this summer, what some of your favorites are. Let me know. I'd love to hear. And just you guys, like, thank you so much for watching and supporting me and being here. I just really appreciate it. Appreciate all the comments and all the love, all the lovely comments about the 50th birthday. Thank you so much. I just really appreciate it, and I hope to continue to like be on here doing these things. And you know, yeah, just thank you. And thank you to my patrons. You guys, you know, I wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much. And as always, my people, peace and love and rock and roll.